Hey, Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the app today. This episode is sponsored by Uber One.
We've all used Uber for rides, and I love using Uber Eats for food delivery, okay? Hello. I mean, I kind of live off of it. But have you ever heard about Uber One? Uber One is a membership that helps you save on Uber and Uber Eats.
With an Uber One membership, you get exclusive member perks, like up to 10% off Uber Eats and a $0 delivery fee on eligible orders. It just makes sense.
I'm always getting Ubers. I'm always doing Uber Eats. This is the perfect sort of membership for me.
I use this all the time. Some restaurants charge so much for the delivery fee, and I order a ton of food. I've saved hundreds of dollars using this.
One membership to save on Uber and Uber Eats. Join Uber One today. Go to uber.com/Uber1 to learn more.
$0 delivery fee and percentage off discount subject to order minimums and participating stores. Taxes and other fees still apply.
I'm going to say something scandalous, Ronnie.
Go on.
Plants are meat. And not only are they meat, they're delicious, especially if they're from Impossible Foods.
They taste like beef.
Exactly. Impossible is making meat history this summer.
Yeah, they are. Summer of Impossible.
I am so excited to be spending time cooking my summer foods, all that good stuff. And guess what? We can use Impossible sausages, Impossible brats. I mean, it's going to be a great summer for Impossible Foods.
Impossible beef is made from plants and 19 grams of protein per serving, and it's better for the planet.
And it's meat.
Plant meat, correct. So if you're looking for something to grab for your grill, grab some Impossible beef.
Summer of Impossible.
Start making meat history today. Just head over to the meat aisle at your local grocery store, grab some Impossible beef or patties, and get grilling.
Watch what crappens, watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Crappens, crappens, crappens. Watch what crappens, watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Watch what crappens, watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens?
Oh, Columbus.
Hello. Yes.
You guys, so good to see you. Thank you for being here. My God.
Wow.
So many of you here instead of being out there doing lines and fucking on Pride Day.
Yeah, happy Pride. Listen, I'm sure there are a lot of Pride events going on, but I think we can all agree coming together to talk about Vanderpump Rules one last time is the gayest shit you could be doing right now.
Two gay guys talking about how scandalous straight lives are.
Yeah.
Scandival is like a gay Monday.
Yeah.
I banged your best friend. How was he?
That is really what being gay is all about. It's just like talking shit about your straight friends. Oh my God. Did you hear about Susan? Oh, Susan and Derek once again.
Drama queens. Thank you so much for being here. We did not realize that it was actually... can I have a little less of myself in my ear? I cannot stand my own fucking voice. It's like listening to my own voice greeting on the phone. So we had no idea it was actual Pride Day here. And wow.
Wow.
Yes.
We literally arrived at like our hotel is on the parade route, and of course I was like, that is so nice that they threw Crappens a parade. So kind of Columbus.
They're wearing our colors. It's like a rainbow. But usually we bring terrible weather wherever we go. We bring blizzards. This week in
Minnesota.
Where the fuck ever we were. There was smoke. There was like red smoke coming in from Canada.
We brought smoke to Minnesota.
And here we brought the actual flames. It was like, yes, the actual gays came out. You have lovely gays, by the way, as well.
The loveliest gay city. Because, you know, like the Pride Parade in WeHo, which is where Vanderpump Rules takes place.
They're nasty. They're nasty.
It's just half-naked go-go dancers writhing around, and everyone lining the streets are just everyone who's been hibernating for 6 months and is ready to show off their new bodies. Just like abs and pecs. Everyone just wants to show up. But here it was just like wholesome and lovely people.
And really nice and supportive, and people were like actually like cheering, you know, not just there like, you got drugs? You know?
Yeah.
Totally different pride. But really amazing, and people were really into it. We passed this one girl who, because she was, you know, you're down there going, woo!
Yeah.
It's like being at Watch What Happens Live, but it goes for like 10 hours or whatever,
Yeah.
you know? You know how that whole show is,
Woo! Yeah, Bride! Woo! 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 Woo!
I think the audience leaves that show and they're just like, but there was a girl who was doing that the whole time. And I was like, that girl is so supportive because we're staying right by there. So we walked up it to find food. What fucking idiots are we?
I know.
We're like, let's walk up the parade route to find a restaurant.
Yes.
Stupid. So we were doing that. And we passed this girl and we could see her down the block. And she was going,
Yes! Yes!
and I was like, oh, she must know a friend in this Wells Fargo section or whatever. Like the Wells Fargo for gays or whatever. But no, because then it was like the energy company was next.
Yeah,
It's like, it's like, is she birthing a calf at Pride? What is happening to this? What's happening to her?
it was like Nationwide presents Pride. Yes! Ah! She was really enjoying it. And by the way, shout out to the two ladies we ran into at the sidewalk there. Where are you? There you are.
Oh, the sparkles. And happy birthday to you down here in the front.
Yeah, happy
gorgeous.
birthday. And I guess we should also have pride in the fact that we have at least one super premium sponsor here, Betsy MD. Give me 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
All right, well, welcome.
wait,
This is the first. Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
also just want to say I am so impressed with this city because this parade was like going strong. And then like we went up to our hotel rooms and like we have a view of the parade route. So it was just like thousands of people. And I went up to the hotel room and there was a message from someone who said, aren't you impressed with the way that Columbus can clean up after its parades? I was like, what? And I look out the window and it was like spotless. Like there never was a parade. I'm
We
impressed.
passed when we were walking back. You know, there's a little trash on the ground, like everywhere, but there was a flag on the ground, and everybody was just stepping over it. They're like, I'm not going to step on that flag. Don't do it. Do not desecrate the gays. Don't do
Yeah.
it. What a great place. Well, welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast for all that crap we love to talk about on Neo Bras. We're so excited to be here. I think this is our third or fourth time in this theater. I would like to start. This is a Newport Music Hall for those of you at home, but this is a great place. Everyone here is so kind to us. I would like to say fuck the health department of this place, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, who no longer allows a pizza oven to be here.
Yes.
So, since I know everyone here is too polite to say this to the health department, please send them this recording. Fuck you, health department.
And since you're depriving us of having pizza on Gay Pride, it is officially a homophobic hate crime that you shut down the pizza oven that used to be in that corner.
Yes, you can't do that to this place on Gay Pride. I said, this is the place I should have been gay. This is the place. These are the gays that will eat pizza with me. These are my people.
Was anyone at that first show that we did here where there was pizza? Was that not the most amazing experience
I will
of your
never
life?
forget it.
It was just like, for us, we do a lot of these shows, literally never had one where there's just like wafting pizza smells coming in the entire time. I dream of those days.
Well, previously on Vanderpump Rules.
I'm finally free from James, so now I'm single. Also, my dog might have been accidentally stabbed by a kebab skewer, and I've aged out of pageants. I'm doing great.
Schwartz and Sandy's opening in 1 week. Sorry. I've finally left Schwartz because I realized that I deserve somebody who bathes and takes my dreams of standing at a countertop in my pajamas eating tuna salad seriously. I'm doing great.
Hey, Raquel, you should totally make out with Schwartz. Katie won't mind. She told me in Vegas. You should do it. Do it. Ah!
Did you tell that pet rock to make out with Schwartz? You're dead to me, Sheena Shea, and I've been a great friend to you all those years. I wasn't slut-shaming you or calling you a fruit roll-up with lip injections.
So, I've totally moved on from Raquel, and I couldn't be happier. I met my soulmate. She only hates me with her eyes. And I play convenient gigs in Agora Hills, and I'm drinking again. Doing great.
I just found out that Rance uses a casting couch, which I wish I would have known before I fucked him on that couch at the casting office. I feel so yes.
Best girls trip ever.
Wow,
Woo,
best
yay,
girls
girls
trip
trip. Christina Kelly is back.
Christina's back.
Yay.
I make lip balm now.
Oh my God. Look at that motherfucking guy at the restaurant. I could squirt all over him.
Lala, I think that guy is cute too.
Oh, yeah, you should totally make out. Like, I have no interest whatsoever. You have the green lights.
Okay.
Ew. I would never trust you around any of my man sluts.
Good thing you don't have a man.
Oh my God, that was like so rude. That was like the rudest
That
thing
was
you could
so
ever said.
rude that
Can you
she
believe
said that to us.
She said
What a
that.
stupid
And she has stars on her
bitch.
ceilings. Who
Oh my
put
God, I
stars on their
hate that girl.
ceilings?
That
It's
girl has
stupid.
galaxy
She
lights
uses-
in her room. What
She
is she,
uses a
5
pillow to
years
sleep
old?
on. She sleeps on a pillow.
Schwartz was making out with a
Never-
5-year-old.
Ew, I hate how she
Calling
wears her
Dumas.
shoes. If you notice how she puts on her
Disgusting.
shoes, that she walks left and
Does
right,
she
then
think
left and
she's
right.
really on a boogie
She's
board?
stupid.
Because
No.
it's not even on water.
She thought the boogie board was the
Idiot.
boogeyman for
Fucking
many
moron.
years.
I can't believe she called me a mistress when all I did was sleep with a married man. And her boyfriends. Dude, Raquel, I can't believe you totally surprisingly showed up at girls' night, which I had no idea you were gonna do. Bro, take my breath away.
Schwartz and Sandy's opening in about a month.
Katie's being mean to me after hooking Schwartz up with Raquel, even though she told me she was fine in Vegas, so she can't come to my wedding, and I need someone to go tell her she's not allowed in any of the preferred areas. Ma!
Oh my God, I just got a phone call from someone that no one's ever met before, and she's totally coming to the wedding, and she needs a room, and there's no more rooms left in Mexico, and someone else to give up the room in Mexico. Katie, you have to give up your room in Mexico!
I don't give a fuck about your stupid wedding, Sheena. And nobody gets to tell me when I'm gonna go on vacation that I paid for. I'm gonna go to Mexico and I'm gonna ignore your wedding like anybody else because it's the shittiest event and I don't give 2 fucks about it, Sheena.
Welcome to my rehearsal dinner. Welcome to the Preferred Guest Access Lounge Pool Club. Welcome to Catamaran Day in Mexico at the Preferred Access part of the ocean. Welcome to my wedding day. Preferred Guest Club member access only.
Hey, Bubba, you guys having dinner? Sorry girls, didn't mean to interrupt dinner, but Bubba, I miss when you trim my armpit hair.
Ew,
My
gross.
hair
Get
looks
out of
so
here.
good.
Get out of here.
Would
gross.
you trim my armpit
No,
hair?
Stu, gross. Go. Ew.
Okay, Raquel, want to make out now? Oh, I'm just a guy.
You have crossed the line. Get out of my life, you unwashed man baby.
Okay, is that sushi?
So, big news. I'm playing at a hot tub next to a pina colada stand at Imagine Fest.
Whoa, that is amazing. Is it gonna be bigger than Richella?
How dare you? Swish. You stupid, fucking stupid, fat slut, man, slut, fat person.
Schwartz and Sandy's opening 2026. So, Ariana, you haven't really said much this season. Anything to add to this?
Well, I know I haven't really been in these previously, but thankfully it's because I've had a pretty chill season and haven't been involved in any drama, so it's been pretty cool.
And then the cameras went down.
Take my breath away.
Africa Toto.
Seriously? Congrats on finally finding out what a piece of shit Sandoval is.
The world finally knows my truth. Vindication of a Mariposa.
Gaga!
Gaga!
Hey, Dumpling, do you want anything while I'm in the kitchen?
For you to die.
Come on! I had to cheat. You didn't stock the batteries. Raquel always has batteries.
I don't give a fuck about Raquel!
And you never buy toilet paper either.
And scene.
Okay, that was a little longer than we'd planned. Jeez.
I know. And now it's time for intermission, okay? You guys all have 10 minutes.
My name is Alexander Hamilton. It's Alexander Hamilton.
I'm not gonna miss my shot. Imagine.
The theater. Okay, so this is our first time ever recapping a Secrets Revealed episode.
Yes.
I think Lisa Vanderpump should just do every Secrets Revealed episode ever.
I know.
I don't know how they're usually done because I've never even seen one. By the end of a season, we're usually like, fa-bump. Let's just drop the mic.
Yeah.
Just drop the phone. Push the laptop off the desk. You know, I've never seen one. What? I'm sure I have at some point, but I've never seen one like this where it's like, welcome to Vanderpump Rules. I'm Lisa Vanderpump. I've just taken a light bulb, wrapped it in metal, and put that metal in a cage where I've locked it inside of a vat of acid. It must escape before elephants trample it.
She was definitely sort of giving like a British posh version of like Shelley Duvall doing fairy tale theater. Ooh, here's a tale for you all to know. She was, by the way, we should also mention there were no secrets and nothing was revealed, but that's okay. More like sauciness revealed. Ooh.
I mean, we knew that, right? We're so dumb. We're literally all idiots. And I like that we all wait for each other to have a reaction before we can have a reaction to it, too. Because I watched it and I was like, nothing was revealed, right? So I literally went on Reddit to see if I missed something, and everybody's like, oh my God, can you believe the shit that went down? Can you believe he had the nerve to show up that day roller skating? And I was like, okay, okay.
Yeah.
But then I started getting like more into it, and by the end of the night, I was like, that fucking Tom Sandoval.
I know.
I learned so much. Thank God we're doing the Secrets Revealed, girl, because I've got some shit to say.
Yeah. This episode was basically like you've eaten up everything in your little cup from Yogurt Land, and you're taking the spoon, and you're just trying to you're shoveling all the yogurt smears into one section so you can get one last spoonful.
I'll take it. I do it every time.
And we do it. We do that.
When I see people leave crust on the table, generally pizza, but let's be honest, it could be pie crust, it could be sandwich crust. I really don't care. I think, fuck those people, and I go eat the crust.
Yeah.
I am that kind of bitch.
And this is a crusty show. So Lisa's like, welcome to the Vanderpump Rules Season 10 Secrets Revealed Magic. Tonight we'll show you never before seen moments from this season. And if you're hoping to see my son Max, well, that's one secret that won't be revealed tonight. Where's Max? Where's Max in all this?
They actually did show him in one part. She's like, oh, Maxie, surely Sandoval would never use another beer spigot instead of this one, which he's been in love with. Max is like, all right, mother, I shall clean the beer spigot. I was like, wow, Max, I can't believe they cut him out of the season. Miss you. Miss you, Max.
Well, when we picked up the cameras to capture the huge fallout of all these broken birds, because of Tom and Raquel's affair, there was just so much we couldn't fit it all in one episode.
I can't believe Raquel stayed over at Sandoval's house while Ariana was gone and they went to the hot tub as well. Can you believe it?
Not now, Ken, not now. Siri, put Ken back into his dock.
Thank you, darling. All right, we've picked up the cameras again. Let's see what these kids are thinking. And then it's Lala going, my heart's, it's really broken for Ariana and Sheena, honestly, just because they were riding so hard for Raquel. And Ali goes, yeah, that's the bigger betrayal, honestly. Sandoval fucking Raquel was more of a betrayal to Sheena.
Yeah.
Allie's gonna fit right in here.
Yeah. So LVP is like, oh, so far only the lies have been told. And then we see Raquel going, oh, well, Sandoval likes what was like, why don't you just go upstairs to the guest room and crash there? So that's what I did. Oops.
And so then we see Raquel. They're in some knitting place, and Raquel's in a conductor hat, which I think is funny because, like, it's conduction, you know? It's like the lightning bolt. It's like she's just a metal key, just waiting for something to strike her to conduct energy into something else and make her worthwhile. No offense. So then she's like, yeah, calling me a home-wrecking whore is really far-fetched. Toot, toot. And Sheena's like, yeah. Totally. Glad we're having this Build-A-Bear moment so we can totally vindicate your name.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So now, that was like a little preview of what's to come, and now the show begins in earnest, and the producer is like, so we had a lot of secrets revealed that we weren't expecting, huh? And Vanderpump's like, ooh.
Hey, it's Ronnie and Ben here, and you know we're best known for covering all things Bravo, from Real Housewives to Below Deck, and since we started the podcast, we've dissected a lot of shows that have featured hilarious, insane, and internet-breaking moments. You know a moment is iconic and has definitely broken the internet when people still use the GIF years later. I mean, Ronnie, what's your favorite Housewives GIF?
I cannot resist sending the Teresa table flip. There's something just so pure and beautiful about her rage when she flipped that table. And that moment really put Housewives of Jersey on the map. I mean, that's still what everybody talks about. I think it's on her resume.
It is iconic. And speaking of flipping tables, I am seriously flipping out over the talent in Audible's new singing podcast competition series, Breakthrough.
We've been listening to a few episodes now, and we're just completely blown away by all these 5 artists and their raw talent.
Yeah, and it's like really cool. They all have different personal and musical backgrounds. Like there's country, there's Caribbean, there's Cuban, and their backgrounds just like they really shine through during these songwriting challenges.
It's been incredible to witness them dig deep and push themselves to the next level because the coaches really aren't just there to say like, you're good or, you know, that was pitchy. They're really trying to develop them and their voice into their own artistic creation. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so true. So I personally am excited to see who's going to stand out in the next episode. And these competitors are not holding anything back. And we are both here for it. So check it out for yourself. Listen on Audible or wherever you get your podcasts. Go to audible.com/Crappens. That's audible.com/Crappens.
If you're like me, you can't leave the house without grabbing your favorite pair of sunnies that fit your vibe, whatever the occasion.
At Sunglass Hut, you can find every shade of you with a curated summer product selection.
Check out the selection that includes a wide range of styles from the biggest brands like Dolce & Gabbana, Versace, Burberry, Ray-Ban, Oakley, and more, plus 12 shades only available at Sunglass Hut.
Their personalized services, both online and in-store, expert sales associates, and the latest technology mean you will easily find something perfect to elevate your summer look no matter how indecisive you are, hello, that's me, or how many styles you're after.
Oh, and if you need to find a special gift, Sunglass Hut has got you covered with a variety of customization and gift card options. I was just in there the other day.
Me too.
And it's really cool because I have a very large head and face, and I need huge sunglasses. And I was actually able to go online, and they have a feature where you can actually try the glasses on online. They put them on your face and show you what they'll look like. So,
yeah, I went in. I had no idea what I wanted to get. And Victor, the person who helped me, was so helpful to me. And he set up give me a little tray, and he helped me pick out all the perfect look for me. And I walked out of there with 3 sets of sunglasses. It was wonderful.
Go and discover the special selection online at sunglasshut.com or in the store. Your summer look is waiting for you.
Oh, yes, definitely. One too many for my liking. Cheeky.
She's back, bitches.
You know, she's so happy. She's literally putting on lip gloss. Like, oh, these children's lives being ruined. Delicious.
So many secrets revealed, like the fact that it was Kyle who took that dog. Oh, whoops.
Could we please hold on for a moment?
Lucy, apple, oopsie.
Yeah, that's a secret we want revealed.
I know. Give us a good secret.
I want like a clip of Lisa Rinna on the phone with Daily Mail. Like, listen. There's this dog. It's named Lucy Apple Juice. No, not Juicy. Not Juicy. I know. It makes no sense. The kid who named it's a total idiot. You should meet his mother.
So the producer's like, did you ever expect that when we started this season that we'd end up where we are now? It's like, oh, no. I never expected when we started this whole show. We were like, let's ruin all these other people's lives. But then we ruined Ariana's life by accident, but then we didn't ruin it. Who would have thought?
I just wrote, she's so happy. Every line she speaks, she's like, no, 11 years ago, seeing these poor souls delivering waters to tables. Figured they'd all be dead by now, darling. I figured I'd ruin way more lives. But she's like, it was years ago, and here I am, still sitting in this seat. Soon, it will be called Vanderpump Rules. I was like, well, I've called it Vanderpoop Rules since episode 1.
Yeah.
And you're right, it kind of is turning into that, which I love. By the way, Jax just did some interviews someplace. Please stop interviewing Jax.
Yeah, stop this.
By the way, while we're calling the health department, can we call every magazine and podcaster in the country? Enough.
Yeah.
None of this makes Jax okay.
No,
okay?
it does not.
So he was in some interview and he's like, Lisa Vanderpump's just a prop. She doesn't mean anything. You're married to Brittany.
I know.
Since when do you have a problem with props?
I know.
You literally leave her like between the front door and the doorstop to like let a breeze in, okay? That's their whole podcast. He's like, let me tell you something about Sandoval. That guy's a real slime ball. She's like, Jax, don't say that.
He might be listening, Jax. So Lisa's like, everybody thinks it's so strange that Tom and Ariana are living together post-breakup, but Katie and Schwartz did it first. So then we go to 6 weeks before production even began on the show. And
oh my God, I have to give a shout out to the music though, because it's Vanderpump Rules, and they do have some of the best Trixie Monocle tracks. The first track was, all I know is thinking about you makes me sick. All I know is thinking about you makes me sick. I was like, okay, so is Katie in the studio now? It's just Katie writing this. Die in a fire, stupid pale person. Die in a fire.
So they're both together, and Schwartz goes and knocks on Katie's door. He's like, hey, Bob, are you hungry? She's like, well, I will be. He's like, oh, okay. Could you make me food then? So Katie's like, well, it's been 2.5 months since we officially separated, and we're still living together, and it's not ideal, but we're going to list our house, and it's been nice to slowly break up rather than cold turkey. I really get this feeling like this entire breakup's going to go really, 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 really well.
They're doing that thing where they always start off the season like this. Were they talking baby voice? She's like, I finally decided that me and Schwartz are over. I'm like, Katie, who are you? Stop hiding behind the fucking fence. Pop your head over the fence and be Katie, okay? I mean, listen, you're not my favorite, but if you're going to be Katie. Who are you? Who is this lady in the bed? She's like, I really just hope we can work it out.
So Schwartz is like, so I was joking around with Stassi the other day, which, by the way, I think is the first time her name's been mentioned on Bravo in like 5 years. And
I know. I can't believe they didn't bleep it out. I was like, is Is this Peacock Uncensored? They can say the C word on this one.
He's like, she said that like maybe as couple you guys weren't goals, but as divorcees, you guys are fucking goals. So congratulations, you got Stassi's seal of approval on divorce.
Yeah. So Schwartz is like, you know what? What are we supposed to do with that cute sentimental pic of you and me, like where you're eating a taco, but then I'm sticking my finger in it to push the meat out of the other side of the taco, so you really never get to enjoy your taco. That was hilarious. She's like, I guess we just keep it up there until like we start dating somebody who makes us take it down.
Sheena's gonna come in and put her face on it. There, fixed it.
Well, what if I start dating someone new? Are you going on any dates, Katie? And she's like, yeah.
He's like, really? She's like, yeah. He's like, oh, I wish I hadn't have asked. So she's like, well, why did you like ask then? He's like, I don't know. I thought the answer was no. So he starts to cry, and he's like,
He's like, I thought we would at least wait until we were out of the house. My God. And then their little black dog, whatever his name is like.
He's sobbing. She's choked up, and this dog is fucking a pillow. This dog is like, if I ever have a chance to get on this show,
They don't even notice that the dog is doing a full donkey show in the middle of this comment. It means the dog just does that all the time. It's one of those dogs that, like, it's a Vanderpump Rules dog. It's that kind of dog. It's like, I need attention. I'm just going to fuck someone publicly in the middle of the...
I think Schwartz made a big mistake bringing that dog to Rand's house for pickleball. That's what I gotta say.
That dog's in like 10 cereal commercials now. With Al Pacino. Confused about his line, being fed lines through his...
Yeah, that dog is in the Expendables 45 with Al Pacino and Bruce Willis now.
This is actually idiotic. I can't believe you're still sitting here. Thanks for being here.
Secrets revealed.
So Katie's like, well, I felt happier now because I've given myself permission to be happy. Boop, 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 boop. I just want to do things for myself instead of waiting for someone to come or waiting for someone to grow up. And he's like, even Gordo's fucking somebody new. Gordo, give me your secrets.
So then we go back to Lisa, and she goes, this season seemed to be all about out with the old. LOL, they're still on the cast. And in with the new. Whether it was friendships or relationships or even Tom Sandoval's old apartment, if those walls could talk.
So it turns out they've kept this shitty apartment. This apartment is disgusting.
Oh my God.
Throw out your cum rag, okay? I'm sorry to be disgusting.
It is.
Throw it away.
It is an STD apartment.
That is disgusting. Do they own that? They don't own that place, do they? Who keeps a rental? Well, I guess West Hollywood had rent control. I did it for a long time, and it was disgusting.
It has probably had biohazard stickers on that door for many years. It is not getting renters.
And just everything well, first of all, if those walls could talk, it would have bad grammar, okay? All it's had are those guys in it for years, and then it got Jeremy, the brother. And it's like... Those are like Teresa Giudice walls, okay?
Yeah.
The walls are like...
If those walls could talk, they'd be sobbing. They'd just be like, please, just demolish me. So they walk in, and there's like a cockroach on the floor, and just like stains
Literally,
and
by the way.
smears.
There's literally a cockroach on the floor and stains on the wall.
Just everywhere. It's just terrible. So, are you okay there?
No. I got my foot stuck under the chair.
Oh, Bubba. So,
Why do people sit so low to the ground? Who sits like this? I feel like I'm squatting. Okay? I feel like I'm on a squatty potty.
well, that's the way to recap Vanderpump Rules. On the toilet.
That's how most of it's produced.
Yeah.
All right, so they come in. They're moving Jeremy out. Jeremy's like, thanks for the rent control and the free apartment, brah. You just left everything there in the middle of the house. Okay,
Yeah.
This kid didn't do shit. So Ariana's like, he left his couch? Why would he leave his couch? I mean, why wouldn't he take his couch to the new... You know, Faith is on her way over to get that couch. That is a Faith storyline I need to see return.
Yes.
That was my favorite running storyline. Faith is coming for the couch. And they're like, hey, Faith, how's the couch doing? She's like, the couch is doing good, guys.
They really should bring Faith back. I love that this show got slammed the hardest out of all the shows on Bravo in 2020, and they still only have white people. It's crazy. So Sandoval's like, he's like, well, even though like Ariana and I moved out of our apartment, like the infamous apartment, like Ariana's brother has been like living here for the past few years, and like, dude, now he's like moving out, and I have to say goodbye to a place that I've splooged on more than any other girl.
And then we see clips of Jeremy living in this house, kind of, and he's telling Billy Lee, who I guess lives in that building. I didn't know. But he's telling, woo, Billy Lee. So he's telling, I miss the drama of Billy Lee, just being like, I was sat in section 5, and I really wanted to be sat in section 4. How could you do this to me? This is not cool, you guys. Like, what's wrong with that girl? Loved her. So I guess Billy came back and did a scene for this year because he's sitting on the couch with her, and I think they were boning for a while, right? Jeremy and Billy Lee. So he's like, we're neighbors now, huh? And she's like, I know, I'm so excited. Oh my God, you heard me. Why did you hurt me like this?
Yeah, Jeremy, Billy Lee, great additions. So Schwartz is like, oh man, dude, because he comes over and he's like, look at this place. It's empty. Oh man, I missed the sheet we had here. It was Jax's room.
Ow.
Oh man, I miss the way this carpet crunches when you walk on it.
Literally gross. Do you remember them talking about that apartment? They were all living there when they were like 16 and ran away from home or whatever the fuck on this show, okay? They were all living there. They met on Craigslist. Jax was fucking like 3 people a day that he was meeting in like modeling class or whatever. And there was like only a sheet. And you guys wonder, you see, they stick up for each other for life, these guys.
It's true. It's true. Unless one gets offered a show on Peacock to talk shit about the other two. And possibly a social media job for a team, a hockey team. So then they're like, oh my God, does the microwave still shut off the circuit breaker when the air conditioner is on? I'm like, wow, he is really deprived of entertainment.
Yeah.
And Tom Sandoval is like, dude, this apartment literally made me the man I am today.
Burn it down, burn it down.
So there's never been vocal lessons in this apartment, is what you're saying. There were no dogs in the neighborhood to howl and let you know how painful your voice is while you were in this apartment, is what you're saying.
This apartment complained about not being stocked with batteries and paper towels, apparently.
So he's like,
I loved every moment in this house, bro.
and then it cuts to like Tom Sandoval memories of like shaving his forehead.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
It apparently doesn't age you well. And I fell for it back in the day. I was
What?
shaving my damn forehead every day.
Are you saying a beauty tip that was pioneered by Caroline Manzo is not really one we should be following?
Damn it, I feel so robbed.
So yeah, they're like all these flashbacks to like partying and drinking, contracting black lung from the mold,
Right, black mold disease.
black mold lung.
And the scene with Stassi, which I can't believe Stassi ever set foot in this apartment.
I know.
Like, even seeing the flashback, I'm like, no, Stassi, no.
Yes. Not even you. And they've shown this clip like 12 times in the past month.
Yeah.
They just keep on bringing
So
it
good.
out.
Okay, fine. 3 years ago, Ariana and I made out in the swimming pool of the Golden Nugget. Okay.
She's like, the golden nugget.
The golden nugget? Gross. Gross. So then Schwartz finds like a beer bong. He's like, oh, a beer bong. And it's like dusty and moldy and has like rat feces in it. And he's like, let's do a beer bong now, guys. You're like, and he does it, and Ariana's like, oh my God, this is disgusting. How did I live here?
And then, like true Vanderpump Rules cast members, they're like, okay, guys, let's move stuff out. I'll take this water bottle. Okay, so we'll just we'll just leave the trash, the cum rags, and all the furniture. Okay, let's go. Just like toss a match behind them.
They're wondering why Jeremy didn't take the sofa out. That's because no one takes more than a water bottle out of any of these places. I'm like all mad. Nobody takes anything out more than a water bottle out.
So the producer's like, so Lisa Vanderpump, what's one of the funniest scenes that didn't make it onto the show? And she's like, oh, well, I think it must have been Raquel boogie boarding at that thing that she aged out of and then left sobbing in the bathroom. Well, that was on the internet. Oh, all right.
Oh, I know the funniest thing that didn't air. When Kyle Richards tried to make fedoras a thing. I just laugh and laugh and laugh.
The scene that didn't make it in was when Kyle Richards was on the set of Halloween and Michael couldn't catch her squirrely little ass, so he threw a brick at her face instead, and she had to wear a nose cast for a few weeks.
So many belly laughs.
Goodbye, Kyle. So she's like, well, I think it was the Daily Mail party. Which every time they say Daily Mail party, I'm like, you paying people off, you suspicious ass. So she's like, Raquel had broken up with Peter there, but because he was drunk or had forgotten it, he asked Raquel to break up with him again. Peter, this is why you are not full-time.
This is
okay?
why you're not. This is...
And he's not too stupid to remember it. He's pulling a Whitney Rose where he's like, you know what? I should have said more in that scene. So let's do that scene again. Can we take that from the top?
Can we do it from the top? So there's like 3 people in Sir, and James in the corner being like, Pumptini, imagine first. As in, I imagine there are people here. And Peter goes up to him and he's like, oh, hey, James, how's it going? Hey, I got to ask you something. Do you run to mommy for everything? Just got burned. Got petered.
James just looks at him like, your diaper's dripping, old man. Your diaper's dripping. Poopy face. So then we see a clip of Peter to Vanderpump, and he's like, I'm just curious. This whole Raquel situation, who exactly told you about that? And she's like, oh, James told me. He's like, James did. So back to back to Peter confronting James at the DJ station in front of the pizza oven.
And James is like, I didn't say anything to Lisa. I didn't go run up to her and tell her anything. I did not. And then cuts back to Daily Mail party, and he's like, you know who that stupid fat man with the ponytail in your restaurant? He's dating Raquel, stupid fat man who loves boogie board carrying old lady pageant goers.
You've got Marlon Brando body late stage over there hitting on my girlfriends. Right? And she's like, she's not dating Peter. She is, Lisa. He is dating her. And then Allie is beside him helping. And she goes, they just make out when they're drunk.
So then James is still DJing, and he's acting like he's really busy, doesn't have time for Peter. And he's like, you know what? She's not even into you, bro. Okay, she told me a million times. She's not that into you, stupid face. She told me she's going to break your heart. Like, oh my God, I'm going to break his heart. Okay, get out my face, ponytail person.
Peter goes, okay, then like, why is she like...
I don't know, okay? I got my own girlfriend. We just met yesterday and we're in love, okay? So I don't care about your relationship.
So then we go, I guess the fridge was taken because they usually like to shoot this right next to the squirrel machine in front of that refrigerator. But instead they're buying an espresso machine, which I don't believe even works. That's a Keurig restaurant if I've ever seen one, okay? So Raquel comes in and Peter's like waiting there by the coffee machine. He's like, hey Raquel, you good? Ha ha ha! Like, yeah, I'm good. Can we have a minute? Huh? Can we have just a minute to talk? She's like, oh, okay. So they go to the smoking alley, and he's like, I guess just to get this started, I don't really remember what happened the other night. And she's like,
It's like, you don't. By the way, he's so excited to finally, after 10 years, have a scene in the back alley of Sir. He's like, everyone has quit or left the show. I can finally do it.
He's trying so hard. And you know, this guy's been on this show 10 years. And he's like, 10 years. That's how long Cheers was on. This is my norm season. Like, I'm going to come on and I'm going to norm it. Like, people are going to know me by the end of this season. And he just keeps failing. I mean, failing so bad that even Raquel is laughing in your face.
Yeah, even Raquel is.
Raquel is nice to the crosswalk guy, you know, like the little light. She's like, hi. She like waves back to it when he's like, stop. She's like,
Feta cheese. I just got feta cheese from the store, and guess what I used? Instacart, Ronnie. I used Instacart.
of course you did, because that's what we use every single time. Get what you need now on Instacart. Pay now or later with Klarna.
Instacart and Klarna make it easy to shop and pay now or later.
When you order delivery through the Instacart app or Instacart.com, you can check out with Klarna and have more flexibility to pay in a way that fits your lifestyle. Get delivery in as fast as 1 hour, or you can select a delivery window that best fits your schedule.
Shop and pay in a way that works for you. Start your cart on the Instacart app or Instacart.com today.
New customers get $20 off your first 2 orders of $80 or more per order when you pay with Klarna using code Klarna20. Terms apply. See Instacart.com or download the app for more details and to start shopping. Check out with Klarna to pay now or later. California resident loans made or arranged pursuant to a California financing law license.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So she's like, are you telling me that you blacked out? So, like, you want me to tell you again? Is that what you're saying? He's like, oh, yeah, sure. She's like, okay, well, I just came to the conclusion that I just feel like I don't see our dating situation anywhere in the future. Oh, and Sheena wanted me to tell you you don't have access to the preferred club for members.
He's like, okay. But my problem is, why was Kennedy the one telling me right? Well, because first of all, you went up to the pizza oven to start a fight with Kennedy for no reason, you dumb. And she's like, he goes, yeah, well, why is Kennedy telling me, like, you were never into me and that you're gonna break my heart? And she's like, okay, well, if I did say that, it was because... He's like, yeah, okay, cool. All right, so, just to get this started, I don't remember anything that just happened right
Yeah. He just starts it all over again. It's like, yeah, so I'm just glad we're on the same page. And by the way, you never did get those nachos you wanted. Made me want to go on a date tonight. She's like, no, stop.
He's just a badly programmed, like, first edition Westworld robot. Like, welcome to the South, partner.
Oh, it's me again, your sage guide, through these wonderful secrets that are to be revealed. I think it's a shame that Sheena and Katie aren't friends at all. They've been through so much together. Halter tops, ranch dressing. Just those 2 things, really.
I mean, they've been married. Well, they've married ketchup bottles at the same time. Here it's, back when we were legally allowed to tape napkins to young girls as their uniforms. Every time they show a clip from back then, I'm like, oh my God. Me too, and I don't even work there. What are you doing to these girls? By the way, we haven't seen 90% of them ever again. Just reminding you.
So Lisa's like, Sheena's guilty of instigating. But why is Raquel sitting at the table? Who actually offered to make out with Schwartz? Go figure! Go to the clip.
So then we got a
Sheena's wedding. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the fire dancers at my wedding. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the water drums at my wedding. Like, she's like, oh my God, those drums have water on them.
You know what's amazing about a drum? It has no corner. So it's July 28th, and it's 4 days before Katie's big girls trip. And so the ladies are all going out to the club where Charlie actually works on her side gig.
Oh, is that what this was? I could not figure out what this was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was a club. I
Okay,
could see how it could be mistaken for Sandoval's living room after he puts up all the LED lights, but someone's like, "Oh," rooting for the LED lights. Don't do that to the LED lights. So Charlie comes up and they're like, "Oh, Charlie, you look good. You look good." She's like, "Thanks. You guys look good too." "No, but you look really good." "Thanks. You look good too. You look so good." You look. Also, what is happening here? Ronnie is struggling with the chair.
I keep putting my ankle under the chair thing, and then it gets stuck in the chair thing. I'm sorry.
It's a secret that's been revealed. All this time you thought his feet weren't in the chair, but they were.
Well, guys, this is how I feel about Katie. Like, I've apologized to Katie like a million times, and she's still like mad at me. And like, if she wants to see me in this light, she's not gonna see me in any other way. So there's like literally nothing I can do about it. Like, if I ask you in Vegas, are you okay with me like hooking Raquel up with your ex-husband? And you say, okay, what am I supposed to do? I mean, you basically just turned him into like a taco. What am I supposed to have? Like a Sheena non-enchilada night? Okay, it's enchilada night, so I passed on the enchiladas. That's it.
Lala's like, "Yeah, bitch, but I probably wouldn't have pushed Schwartz into Raquel into making out with each other, you know? Because like, but why is it that like Sheena's not coming to this, but Raquel, who's actually tried to make out with Schwartz, is coming to the girls' trip? I don't understand that."
And Lala goes, "You've got your laser trained on the wrong bitch. Sorry, Raquel." Because Raquel's sitting right there. And Raquel's like, "Yeah, I was really prepared like for her to uninvite me from that trip, but then she didn't. So I'm gonna go on it. Hi." Like, stop staring at the street, Raquel. We're trying to film a scene.
Well, now I have to like redo all my seating arrangements at my wedding. So Katie shows up and she's wearing like a white. Is that like a shirt dress? Is that what that's called? It's a white thing. And so, but notably, it's the same thing that Sheena wears on her podcast cover art.
Shenanigans. It's like, wow, I'm really so sad that Katie had to wear the same outfit that I wore on the poster of Shenanigans.
That dress looks familiar, but I do think I wore it better. So she's just giving like angry eyes to Katie for stealing her look.
So Charlie's like, "Okay, scoot your cooch. I've got a 5-minute break. So did you ask Raquel about the Tom Schwartz situation? Do something here. What do I have to stir every fucking thing? I'm making $5 this season. Can you bitches please do something? Thank you."
You bitches better start talking shit, otherwise this scene's gonna wind up on Secrets Revealed, okay?
So Katie's like, "Okay, guys, well, here's what's different about this situation. Like, it's hard because Raquel crossed the line, but she apologized to me and groveled. And Raquel also doesn't know me as well as Sheena does. Raquel also, like, has sat and, like, now listened to me and has, like, absorbed how I feel about the situation. Whereas Sheena fucked Eddie Cibrian, a married man, and then came out with a painful song, Audioli, okay? She will never..."
Now, I have a question. What did Charlie say here? Did she say sometimes Raquel is like a cardboard?
Yeah, she said sometimes she said she's sometimes like cardboard, you know, womp womp.
The cardboard lobby of America is like, excuse me.
Well, Lord knows they're recycling her enough on this show. My God.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I feel like she should get 5 cents every time she shows up for a dating scene with another fucking loser on this show. Like, we need something for the terrible, unmatchable men on this show. Bring Raquel out. Roll Raquel out.
Speaking of which, Lala then is like, "So, what are you guys talking about?" And Sheena's like, "Oh, we were just like talking about how like the guy that Raquel is talking to like goes down on her like really well and always does like a cover song from the 80s while he does it." He really loves that band Lips Incorporated.
So Lala's like, "Is his name Schwartz?" Kidding. So when I have sex, I have to be on tops because I have to do the rubbing or I'm not gonna get off. And then Ariana,
If I'm not on top, I won't be able to squirt all over the Don.
And Ariana's like, "Guys, I don't come from penetration unless it's penetration in the butt. I come from that." I was like, wow.
Happy Pride.
I mean, because you know this whole episode was the editors. Like, guys, we have no footage of Ariana this season, okay? We've literally got footage of Ariana in a U-Haul going to pick up a couch from a thrift store with Tom. We've got to put in something.
The sound guy's like, I seem to remember she said she did anal at one point. Okay,
Yeah, put it
get
in
that
there.
in. Get that in.
Build a scene around
Get
it.
it in.
Build a scene around it. So now they're talking about Havasu, and Katie's like, Charlie, we're good girlfriends, right? Why don't you come to Lake Havasu? It's gonna be an amazing girls trip. We've got a lip balm scion coming.
There's a pontoon. Funyuns. Or Funyuns.
Lala's coming. And Sheena's like, oh my God, I cannot believe that Katie is talking about a girls trip right in front of me and not even inviting me while she's wearing my same outfit from my Shenanigans poster.
And also, I love Charlie's reaction, like, oh, I finally get invited to a cast trip, and this is what it is. She goes, Havasu is like white trash. Like, she goes, way white trash.
Real white trash. So Sheena's like, so I know there's a trip, and I know I'm not invited on the trip, and that's fine, because we're, like, not in that place, but, like, you know what, like, as long as we can have nights like this, where, like, you come out in, like, my best of outfits, like, I'm totally fine with it, Katie. I'm totally fine with it.
Katie's like, that's why I'm here. If I didn't think it was possible, I wouldn't be here. Also, production said I had to be here, too.
So Katie's like, if Sheena would just own what she's done and apologize for her words, well, first I'd die of shock because it's Sheena. So Sheena's like, okay, well, cheers to moving forward and to more knockoffs of clothes I wore first, okay? Oh, and here's to blaming the woman for your man not respecting your boundaries. Cheers! Cheers!
The producer's back. He's like, so, Lisa Vanderpump, did you ever suspect that Sandoval and Raquel would become an item?
Never! How could I suspect it? Now we know why Sandoval stuck up for Raquel so much. Turns out he was in more than just her corner. Get it? Landed it. Slow played that one, didn't I?
I'm suggesting he was in her vagina. A vagina with a V, and a V is sort of like a corner.
Play it, damn it.
A little vaginal penetration.
So she's like
Penis.
literally the emoji of the lady doing your lipstick. She's like,
I know, she's doing so much.
Get it?
so Tom and Ariana's house in Valley Village. So Maya the dog is there, and Maya the dog knows everything.
Maya knows.
Listen to the dogs.
That dog, every time they cut to that dog, Maya's like, fucking cheating asshole. Because, by the way, this scene takes place, it seems like, right after Guys' Night, and we all have learned that Guys' Night was when they first at least admitted to having sex, right? So this is the day after they had sex, and Sandoval's walking around and he goes, dude, I missed you last night, but technically it was supposed to be a Guys' Night. You were fucking Raquel, and you're saying you missed Ariana?
Oh, it gets worse. Raquel comes in with flowers for Ariana.
I know. So after the reunion last week, where Ariana just like went in on Raquel, there was like a whole wave of people that were like, you know what, Ariana, you know what, that was mean, and she didn't deserve that, and that wasn't nice, and you know what, I'm not Team Ariana before. Please watch this episode. Please.
So she hugs her, and Tom Sandoval's like,
Whoa, good to see you. Amazing to see you.
and he's like doing the leer, like that intense. Or like only his top teeth now show
Yes.
for some reason. Have you noticed that?
Yes,
He's
it's like Mo Zizlak from The Simpsons.
Which, oddly enough, I know he doesn't really look like him, but I feel my face when I do it, and it's the same face as Louis from Real Housewives. And
In due time. Well, Louis knows what really happened with this relationship because, I sent Bo Dietl to watch them. Bo Dietl saw it all. Raquel's like, I did Bo Dietl.
So then Sandoval's like, wow, Raquel, it's been so long, dude. And she's like, yeah, I know. And then we cut to 10 hours before. Tom and Raquel way too close to each other talking at Saddle Ranch.
Yeah, and they're like,
Saddle Ranch is right on the Sunset Strip. It's like a tourist place, but it's also, like sometimes Paps are there. It's where you want to go to get caught. You know what I mean? That's the kind of place you go when you want to get caught. This guy's such a fucking
it's
pig.
like Trishelle from The Real World used to work there, so. And that's, yeah.
There's kind of a weird thing because
Everyone's like, oh, God.
No, they're like,
oh,
thank
that's
you.
so much worse than we thought.
That finally explained it. I'm like, guys, this is where you get caught. They're like, we don't care. You're like, Trishelle worked there. You're
Oh,
like,
my
disgusting.
God.
Fuck that place.
Disgusting.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
So I think two things are weird. One, she's bringing flowers to Ariana after she did something wrong, as if she's the husband who fucked up, right? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Which lends credence to her. I was just hoping for a throuple.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
to say,
I thought that was kind of a joke when she said, or not a joke, but like an excuse. And I was like, maybe she was angling for Ariana.
I think she was.
But then again, that might be just me projecting taste onto this woman, and she doesn't deserve that.
Yeah.
The second is that Tom Sandoval goes, I'm gonna make you both dumpling lattes die in a fire. How dare you? Fucking dumb.
Yeah. Dumpling lattes. Which
So-
I really did think was double lattes, but it really is dumpling lattes. Yeah.
So then Ariana's like, okay, well, because Charlie's like, I'm
comes
really
through.
sad you weren't in like White Trash Paradise. Like, have a snooze with Katie and fucking the lip balm lady, okay? And Ariana is like, well, fill me in on what happened. So Raquel gives her the goss. She's like, well, first we went to dinner at Vanderpump Paris, and then Oliver, our waiter, came out and bought us drinks. And then Lala mentioned that he has the cutest smile ever. And then he met up with us, and like we both had a very engaging conversation. I said I like wedges, and Lala said she has a baby and only wants a man who wants to raise her baby. I was like, this trip sucked more than I thought.
Yeah. So she says that, like, you know, she made out with Oliver on the dance floor because, you know, Oliver's like, hey, ladies, good, welcome to Vanderpump Opry. I'm Oliver, who wants to make out with me. And Raquel was like, yeah, it was nice. It was like a little moment. And Ariana's like, oh, I'm so glad. You know, I'm really glad you made out with someone. And it cuts to the dog being like, bitch, you don't know what she did last night.
It's normal for a dog to sniff your crotch, but always look at the face after. Because Maya was like, So Raquel's like, yeah. And then all of a sudden the girls were like, we need to talk, Raquel. We don't approve of your actions lately. And then Lala goes, honestly, Raquel, I don't feel comfortable having you around my man. And then I was like, well, it's a thing good you don't manna have.
She turns into Yoda.
And Ariana's like, good one. So Charlie's like, yeah. And the thing is, Lala's embarrassed now because her life didn't pan out and she fucked the wrong guy for money. And like now she didn't get anything out of it. So haha, like it's okay. We're going to keep going. Let's keep it moving. Charlie is savage.
Charlie, this is my favorite version of Charlie. When she first came on, Charlie was super savage, and then she became a full-fledged cast member. So she tried to, I think, maybe soften up and show more dimension, and it didn't really work. So now she's just being back to being savage, which is really how she should be. We
I
love
like
this for
it.
you, Charlie. Do this is good. So
There's a lot of people who have under fives on this show. They just come in and they're like, I'm going to say my five, you know, I'm going to get my money and I'm just going to go home. I'm going to be nice and leave a good impression. Charlie's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Oh my God, you're ugly. Okay, bye.
Be funnier. Who wants a drink? So now we're back to Lisa. The producer's like, so hypothetically, you were being cheated on and someone took you on a roller skating date. If that happened, to put into the effort into that relationship they'd already stepped out on, how pissed would you be, Lisa Vanderpump?
Oh, well, I'd have his bowls crystallized and wear them as earrings, and then I'd take off his wig and put them on my current husband. Oh, look at these gorgeous Rod Stewart bowl earrings. Isn't that amazing? So now we go to a roller skating
This
scene.
is a cringy one. This is a cringy secret that's revealed, everyone. Everyone, trigger warnings, cringiness ahead. Big cringe energy. It's the cringe.
I feel like there's certain things like looking back, you're like, how did we not know? But when your boyfriend shows up in eyeliner and white nail polish to take you roller skating on Sunset Boulevard next to Saddle Ranch,
Yeah,
he's fucking other people.
yeah.
At the very least, he's fucking himself so much that he doesn't care about you. Either way, he's not into you. You know?
So Ariana's like, oh, this is really cute. We're actually going on a real date. Like, it's been so long. He's like, I know, my flashlight hasn't worked in forever because there's no batteries.
Yeah, like it feels like I'm always at Schwartz and Sandy's.
Which we learned he's never been at. He's been to like 2 times.
Yes. So they're roller skating, and Ariana tells us, I think that this is really hard. She goes, I think Tom and I have the kind of bond that we started out as friends. That friendship bond is something that will help us be able to come back and rebuild those fun romantic times now that we hopefully have more time together. I think those sacrifices, I think they're worth it. And I want him to have success in opening the bar, but I also miss being able to be really together.
Yeah. So he's like, oh my God, you look so hot, bro. It's like crazy. Like you have this mixture of hot and best friend and dumpling latte and ice water. It's crazy.
And then he
she's like,
wipes out
"Thanks."
and all of America cheers.
She's like, thanks. Well, last night with the girls, I was having a pool party Friday, and they were like, who's invited? And I was like, I'm inviting everybody because no matter how much you want me to or hate Raquel, I'm not gonna do it. She's the sweetest thing that's ever happened. When she was over, she brought me flowers, and you made me a dumpling latte. I stuck her finger in it and stirred it around, and it was the sweetest coffee I've ever had. The woman is literally a saint. I literally want to go find orphans on the side of the road just so she could raise them in Central America. She's amazing.
She even texted me and said, hey, by the way, when you go skating today, I can come along, and if Sandoval falls over, I can catch him if you want.
Oh.
So sweet what she offers.
So then she's like, yeah, and then saying things like, I wouldn't trust Raquel around my man. I don't like them saying that stuff to her. And we get a, and Sandoval literally goes, one of his eyebrows hits the top of the Days of Our Lives brows, Sorry, I have to do it with my finger because I'm Botoxed. So, Ariana, I've just learned to use my hands, okay? Medically, I can't do that anymore, so here's what it would look like. So Ariana's like, yeah, that sucks, and I just think, maybe you don't have that kind of, family-type friendship that we have.
Oh, it's awkward. And Sandoval's he's like, I mean, dude, it's that transparent love that we have that's so special. And Ariana's like, yeah, everyone else, everyone helps each other out. Yeah, a lot. Everyone's always, what I like about our family type friendship? Everyone's always willing to give a hand,
So then we get another song, and this is more evidence that Katie wrote all the songs tonight. I get dressed up, you get dressed down. I put clothes on, you take them off the ground. I was like, if that doesn't sum up that marriage.
Yeah. So it's Schwartz going on a date, his first date, or public date. His first public date.
This is totally not staged with some rando. I don't even think they called central casting for
They went
this.
to the
I
mall.
think they straight up called what's the one where you call for work? ZipRecruiter. They called ZipRecruiter. They were like, give us an adorable, perky receptionist.
They
for the day.
They just put up a net by UCLA and waited for someone to walk into it. They're like, got her! Send her to the Belmont. So
It's this adorable girl. She's like, hi, and she's wearing a Laura Ashley floral dress.
she has not been tainted by LA yet.
No.
All her facial features are intact.
Yes.
So she walks in and Schwartz is like, oh, Kendall, 10 out of 10 entrance. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't been on a date with anyone, and Katie, In like 12 years. Bullshit, you've been fucking people around behind Katie's back for years. What's the difference? You have to learn this one's name first? Please.
So the waiter comes by, or waitress, and I was like, oh, what do you want to drink? And Kendall's like, I think I'll just have like a wetter. And he's like, I'll have like a shot of tequila and a light beer. I'm like, bro, read the room of your date a little bit, okay?
And he's like, I've never met anyone online before. It's really scary. She's like, it's new for me too. Don't worry. Could you hold for a second? We'll be right with you. We're at lunch hour. Okay, I'm going to throw you through to voicemail. Thank you. I'm back.
So she gets like Corona, and Schwartz like, oh, it's okay. We don't have to get drunk. I mean, I'm already about 5 beers deep, to be honest, but no, thanks for coming and chilling with me on a date. Wow. It's just like wild. This is wild. I can't believe I'm a cast member on this TV show. No, not so fast. Not so fast.
So she asks a date. She comes up with the only date question she could. Here's mine. What are your STDs? How many people you fucked this week?
Have you met
Do I
Jax
know
Taylor?
any of them? Show me who you follow on Instagram. I need to see your Spotify playlists. Something. But she's like, what are you excited about this year? Oh, fuck off. What kind of question is that? Pizza?
So then we
Fall TV? Like, what do you want me to say?
I know. She's like a college admissions counselor. So we find out she lives in Brentwood and he lives in the Valley. And I don't know if anyone's been to. This is not going to work out. This is just, it's terrible.
It's not going to work.
It's like saying you live in downtown Columbus and you just met someone who's like literally in Los Angeles.
Brentwood. Okay, you met someone in Brentwood. So he's like, okay, well, that's a really great question. Thank you for asking me. But, no sob stories. I got divorced a while ago from a really horrible person who's super, super mean to me. It's like having sex with people right in front of my face in my living room, probably. But, okay, it's not about me. It's about a guy. His name is John Tom. So, John Tom goes to a good friend's wedding in Mexico. And he's in the preferred area. And he's been divorced from this horrible hag of a woman who's probably having sex in his living room. I'm sorry, did I already say that?
He happens to. Okay, so first he swims in a river, and then he goes and he makes out with a girl, and his ex-wife, who's really mean, and she has fire in her eyes, and she won't shave the armpits of anyone. She decides to defriend him because of that kiss, and the guy didn't do it out of spite. He did it because he's a cute little boy.
And then so what? He slipped up a little bit at this wedding and he kissed the only girl he's ever seen high five a crosswalk sign. And now the horrible, awful lady won't talk to him anymore. What do you think about John Tom?
She goes, well, I think John's human and a disgusting human at that, yes.
Yeah. And this girl's not going to work out because she says, oh my God, you're just human. And you can't use that line because you know that he uses that line every time he cheats. He goes, I'm just human. Don't help him. So then they walk out holding hands going, like there's literally nowhere else around there, right? Where were they walking?
They literally walked down La Cienega to like the closed mall. They're like, all right, let's go to the Beverly Center at 10 p.m. and see what happens.
Literally walking towards the Baja Fresh. I was like, there's nothing over there.
There's a Verizon store. They got
Yeah.
me in minutes. Yeah. Oh, let's look in the Verizon store through the windows and pretend we're street urchins.
I'm just a boy in a Ross dress for less, waiting for a girl.
I love a good data plan. So, yeah, I wrote that down too. That they were holding hands walking down La Cienega. Truly the least romantic street in all of Los Angeles.
Well, I was never suspicious of Tom Sandoval and Raquel making love.
But others were. And then it cuts to Christina going, dinner's on me tonight, guys.
Yeah, the girls are walking into dessert. It's like 3 p.m. and James is by the DJ stand being like, wiggy, 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 wiggy. Just got back from Imagine Fest. So many fat sluts there. Yes, wiggy, wiggy.
So they're trying to make small talk, and Christina's like, are you going to have a little cocktail, huh?
And Lala's like, a stiff cocks? Yeah, I'm gonna have a stiff fucking cock. Sit right on that fucking thing.
I'm like, oh my God, this small talk, right?
Yeah,
So then,
Christina just downloaded some freeware that would make her cool. She's like, cocktail, and here's a fist bump for you, James. Did you guys see that Christina tried to fist bump James? He's like, oh, what is this woman doing to me right now? Scary right now, get on my face.
that's how you pass on the boredom from person to person. Boom, got it.
I'm a born DJ now.
So Vanderpump comes over. This is her annual, I'm just one of the girls. Hey girls, it's me, Lisa Vanderpump. Don't you wish we were still doing bikini shoots for calendars every year for Sir?
Oh, it's just me sitting here casually having I don't know, what should I drink today? Oh, I know, maybe some Vanderpump Chardonnay ranked #1 Chardonnay in all the world in Ken Todd Wine Spectre magazine.
I'd love a glass of stem cells, I mean Chardonnay, as soon as you can, darling. Okay, by the one, did I say next time I come in I would try something? Well, I have to try the French fries. They're new.
So you see, there's
Lisa
this
can-
concept where you take a potato and you slice it, and then you slice it again, and you fry it, and you play French music, and you get French fries.
And Seth
Exclusive.
Penny's back there like, yeah, and they're sexy because they're phallic like a dick. First, the potato's like a big dick, then you slice it in a bunch of little dicks, then you got a bunch of dicks, then you watch people eat them. Oh, what a sexy menu, Chef Penny.
I've come up with something revolutionary for these French fries. You take some sugar, some vinegar, and some tomatoes, and you mix it together, and you have something you call ketchup. Exclusive at Sir.
So Lisa's like literally giving zero effort towards these restaurants anymore. She only cares about Vegas. Like, so she's closed the other ones, and at this point she's like, we're trying new things. French fries. So she like literally doesn't care. So she's like, girls, we have to try everything, but it's almost impossible because the menu takes weeks. Or in some cases, yes. Get it.
And then we see a montage of all the failed food experiments at Schwartz and Sandy. It's like, anyone want some Peruvian ceviche? Anyone? Dude, bugles filled with puppy chow. Anyone?
So then Katie's like, by the way, Lisa, what was up the other day at your house with Ken coming into the tea party and then spilling all the tea? And Ken's like, I can't believe that Raquel stayed at Sandoval's house while Ariana was out of town and she slept on the couch as well.
I would knock a spark out. Knock a spark out.
And Katie's like, yeah, I asked Ariana, like, what the fuck? And then Ariana was like, she's my friend. And I'm like, okay, but like, is he her friend too? And she's like, and so Lala's like, okay, so let me get this straight. Ariana's grandmother dies, and he's with Raquel's all day long.
Everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Ariana was calling him furious. And he was like, okay, I'll come home. And then he stayed for 2 more hours. Strange.
Anytime you get that close and you're drinking, sometimes things happen. So we get a, and then everyone just stares at each other.
Everyone's like, cool, can we have some more of these fries? Thanks.
Yeah. So then we go over to Maker's Mess, it's called. Oh my God.
Which is really a perfect name for everything happening on this show right now. Maker's Mess.
So this is a crafting place, probably Marina Del Rey, because Sheena, that's really far, by the way, from the set of the show. But that's where Sheena insists on living, and that's why Sheena's in nobody's scenes, because no one is driving to Marina Del Rey. But dumbass Raquel will,
So Sheena walks into this crafting space in the way that only Sheena would, which is like, oh my God, this is like a cute little area. I see rainbows. Go, rainbows. Oh my God, Maker's Mess Pride. Oh my God, rainbows.
And then she walks in and she goes, Kango!
It's like when your rug gets caught in your vacuum cleaner for a moment. You're like, oh.
It's like
thank God.
Chewbacca getting like gum stuck in his ankle. He's like,
Oh, the lady working there is checking for a fax machine. Did we get a fax?
and
Sheena goes, I'm not a crafty person whatsoever, unless it's enchiladas, in which case enchiladas are kind of my thing.
And then the girl says the motto of working at SIR, which is, you don't have to have any skills whatsoever.
it's like the Sandoval and the most extras of jewelry classes. So they're gonna make a necklace and earrings, and so they start gossiping. And Sheena's like, "Oh my God, tell me what happened yesterday. Why were you late to like the menu tasting of only 2 waiters that they asked to taste every new menu item at SIR?"
Do you know
Totally believable storyline. The only opinions they cared about: Lisa Vanderpump's, Raquel's, and Charlie's.
Yeah. So Raquel's like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. The Toms and I carpooled together, and when we got back, I was like, let's go to the jacuzzi. And I was like already wearing my bathing suit. So we hopped in and we're like drinking. And then I went to the social media room. LOL, there's a social media room. And we went downstairs and I passed out. And then Sandoval's like, why don't you go to the guest room, which is where I went to. And I was alone in the guest room, totally by myself the rest of the night.
Got it. Yeah, them trying to make you sound like a slut is ridiculous.
I like that Sheena's just like, we're gonna go to that place with a rainbow in the window, and we are gonna vindicate you.
Yeah.
So Raquel's like, I didn't put a move on Schwartz, and nothing of the sort happened, and nothing happened between Sandoval and I either. And then the editors put in this like ding 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 ding.
Maya the dog just shows up in the crafting place, is like, this bitch is lying. This bitch
Maya's
is lying, and she's making bad earrings.
Wacky 80s detective music is what I wrote. So she's like, yeah, and we had a fun night as best friends, and I overslept. And she was like, okay, glad you got that out on national television, because that is true, and we totally all believe you're not a slut. So Brock was playing basketball with the guys yesterday, and they both said that you didn't stay over. So that's like a weird, like, why would they lie about that? And then we see a clip of it, and Brock's like, so, boys. Brock does that thing like where he wants to look more intelligent, so he puts glasses on. He's like, "God, boys, all right. Oh, did Raquel stay over at your house, or did she go home, boys?"
And Sandoval's like,
He goes, "Yeah,
Yeah.
That's his answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Dipped. She dipped. I put my hand up on her dip. When she dipped, I dipped, we dipped.
So Schwartz is like, well, we had a little slumber party. And Sandoval's like, dude. And Brock's like, so does she say or not? You can't lie to a person with glasses on. All right?
And then Sandoval and Schwartz are both like, no. Yeah,
Got the question.
No.
Lobster corn dogs.
Yeah.
So then Raquel's like, I guess then I should have stayed that I didn't stay over. And she was like, no, I'm not saying that you should have lied. I'm saying, why did they lie? Because they shouldn't have lied, because now it looks like something's going on. Because, like, why are they lying? What happened? And then we get, whenever things get fishy on the show, they start playing, like, Peter and the Wolf music. Like, everybody gets their own instrument. So Sheena gets the clarinet. Like, Curious Sheena, it's like...
I don't get it. Why would they lie?
And Raquel's like, it's not like that. We're just friends. And Sheena's like, and we all know that. And Raquel goes, to paint a picture that I'm some home-wrecking whore is a little far-fetched. Cut to 17 weeks later. The reason why Tom wanted to lie about it is because it's a really bad look to hook up with someone's boyfriend in their own house when they've gone out of town, especially when they went out of town for a funeral. Yeah, they're making me look like a home-wrecking whore, and I don't appreciate that.
So Sheena's like, well, I was the OG home-wrecking whore of this group, and then came Lala, and now here you are. And Raquel laughs, and she's like, it's the passing of the throne. Corner!
Oh, welcome back to story time with Mama Pump. Ariana and I have always connected over our love of horseback riding, but I sustained an injury that was so devastating, I almost became a broken bird myself. I didn't think I'd ever want to ride again. And Ariana was who encouraged me to get back into the saddle, roll that beautiful horse bean footage.
It's the original bean footage music. Thank you. Never forget.
Ronnie taught me about the bean footage.
Because now they have it back, but they're trying to make it like hip bean
Yeah,
footage.
'cause
They're
I see
like-
it now. I see it now.
Yeah, they're like, hey guys, don't forget that. Hey, roll that beautiful bean footage. And they're like, it's like the Real Housewives of Orange County hip remix music.
Yeah. They're like, I like what they're doing with the Real Housewives of Orange County. Let's do that with the bean footage. Bean footage.
So they go to the horse place because, Ariana footage, and it's really like, but she's like, Prince Tardon! And the horse pops his head out. And she's like, oh, I still love this horse. I'd love to give him some carrots, even though it hurts my soul to see him. Because as I was saying, let's go for a ride, Tardon, he began to gallop, and then he bucked, and then he buckled, and then I went flying over the Tardon onto the ground. Wing under me, could I feel it? I felt my leg fractured not only 2 places, but shattered in 7. Tardon jumped over me. An angel was above me saying, come towards the light, come towards the light. Is this the correct Edison bulb I've put into this light? And I said, oh, Nicolene, I'm in heaven.
So
Very dramatic scene.
that was actually true. That all happened. So then Lisa has like carrots. So she's giving carrots to Tardon, and Tardon's looking at her like, I thought I took care of this bitch 18 months ago. Only bring me fucking carrots. I want a Snickers bar for crying out loud.
How many times do I need to beg you to brand me with an Elmer stamp and turn me into glue? No one else would keep me here.
Do you have any broccoli at least every single time? Carrots.
So Ariana's like, so I guess you're like traumatized, so like should I do something to like untraumatize you? I mean, I could like do a cartwheel, or I could like twerk on the spot where you fell. I only come from anal. Darling!
Darling!
Oh,
Darling! Oh!
That did it. That did it.
It's like Lisa's weird version of Inside Out is happening, where the little emotions are putting balls at the shape of the Nicolene pendulums into her brain. She's like, oh, cool, memory created. Ariana talking about anal in the dust patch where I fell off a horse. Thank you, Ariana.
So then we move on to when we picked up the cameras to capture the fallout of what went on between Tom and Ariana. There was just so much going on. We could have let it die, but VPR is not like that. We're the whole story, and it was our responsibility to tell. I was like, okay. Barbara Walters hiding under a bombed bus in Sarajevo. Okay,
thanks,
thank you.
Walterette Cronkite, whatever. It's our duty in this era of misinformation. We had to tell the truth.
We hate lies on a show about waiters where no one has worked here for 9 years. Like,
When the world calls, you serve up a story about waiters fucking. So,
March 9th, 2023. And we see James and Allie walking. And James is like, did you see these bullshit apologies online? That bullshit is what they are. I mean, first is Tom's. He didn't even mention Ariana in his apology, which was true. Do you remember his?
Yes.
Tom's was like,
Well, I guess everyone found out my penis got caught in the wrong place. I'd just like to say I'm sorry to all my business partners, especially the lobster corn dog, which really worked hard to have its day, and I just kind of shit all over that one, so.
yeah. Just want to say apologies to the artisan who spent 3 years making a 3x3 Starry Night thing to hang over a table. You did a lot of work that I've ruined for you.
Sorry to my waiter at Chili's, couldn't finish that Awesome Blossom thing, whatever, but I tried, bro. I tried. Dude, I'm hurt.
So James is like, I mean, I can tell 1,000% Raquel did not write that apology herself when she did her apology. And I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm just trying to be a not fat, not slut person, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't have the brain capacity for that. She didn't even talk like that.
And Allie's like, they're obviously together. And he's like, yeah, well, I don't care. They can have each other. All right, let's go to me and Raquel's favorite place and get our drinking.
I know.
Kidding.
They
What
go
was
back-
this place? This
They're
is the
back-
place
it's
Allie
the
went.
skee ball place.
Yeah,
it's
the
like they
skee
went
ball
back to
place.
the skee ball place.
So they get two prickly pads and start talking about all of this stuff and talk about how much they're in love and stuff. And he's like, oh, yes, Sally, I've loved you for so long. It feels like we've been together for 10 years. She's like, Allie.
It's Allie.
It's Allie, James.
They're also doing that thing where they're trying to repair his image a little bit with the drinking thing. Because at this time, what was airing on Vanderpump Rules was James being like, I'm totally in control of my drinking. Look, Lisa, I'm holding a plate over your head. So now she's like, isn't it funny how when we first started dating, we were both drinking so much, and now we're not drinking anything ever? Isn't that funny? Absolutely. I'm a good little boy, and I'm not drinking anything. I'm a good little James Kennedy. Now let's drink these 5 beers all at once, shall we?
I'll have a prickly pear, please. It has fruit in it. What a good little boy. So they're talking about Sandoval, obviously, and he's going to miss the dog the most. And Allie's like, Tom literally doesn't give a fuck about you. Like, he hasn't even talked to you. He is not a real friend. And he's like, I mean, I can't even believe it. Stabbed me in the back. You know, he's like, he Judased me. You know, Judas with the machine gun in the library. It's like, no. He Noah and the whaled me. He got that whale, and the whale came to sink the ship and sink the one-legged man. It's like, no, it's not the same story in the Bible, James.
That's not the one. It's like, well, you know what, Sandoval, you're 42, you're washed up, you live in a fucking beautiful home, beautiful girlfriend, which you threw away in the gutter. For what? An airhead bimbo? Listen, Raquel is using you the way she used me. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, Sandoval!
So he's doing well. He's keeping it together.
Yeah, he's
over
totally
there.
chill. He's totally chill about this whole thing.
So then we go to this is the last scene, right? The ladies in the bar hanging out. Katie's in flannel. I never know when it's the last scene because that's literally every note that Katie's in. Katie's in flannel. Allie comes. And so they start talking about the photo on Instagram because they've all just found out the Ariana news. And Allie's like, oh my God, I saw that you guys all hung out on Instagram. How was it? And Katie's like, well, I mean, she's about how you'd expect. No, the party. Was it fun? Why didn't you guys call me? I was trying to pretend to only drink one prickly pear with James. That was really awkward. It's a rough day over at my house.
Guys,
So.
I just had to film 3 scenes pretending to still love this guy. Come on, you gotta help me out. So Lala's like, well, I was hoping that the shots would be a bonding moment for you, Katie, and Sheena, but it didn't work. And Allie's like, oh, are you and Sheena good? And Katie's like, I don't want to kill her, so.
Yeah, they're speaking for now. So then the girls arrive, right? And so Lala's there, and she's like, hey, so I'm gonna have like margaritas, but can you do that without like tequilas? And the guy's like, okay. And she goes, no booze or I'm gonna burn this fucking place down.
Yeah, I'm still pushing my sober storyline. So Allie's saying how like James is really hurt by Scandival, the whole Scandival thing. He's really hurt. The biggest victim, James. And Lala's like, to see your friend who can look you in your eye and know that he's been sleeping with your ex-fiancés, that is like one of the worst things. That makes me anti-squirt. I retain water. Water comes into me.
That was like an inward squirt. Like it literally hurt my throat.
It was like an eye squirt, or crying, as I call it.
So Allie's like, yeah, and the other night after Ariana found out, we didn't know yet, and Tom Sandoval was still texting James about it, and we see the text, and Sandoval's like, bro, I hope your gig went really well, bro.
So Allie's like, they all are like, that's so fucked up. And Allie's like, I was definitely surprised that Tom and Raquel were able to keep it secret for so long. And my feelings were, holy shit, I don't trust anyone. Anyway, I'm gonna keep dating James. Seems like everything's fine.
So that's pretty much it, right? They're like, I can't believe this could happen. I can't believe this could happen too. On Vanderpump Rules, a slimeball piece of shit man would cheat on a woman. It's literally never happened on this show. And that's when they're like, yeah, but your friend to do it is worse than your boyfriend to do it to you. No, I think the boyfriend's the worst. I still think they both suck, but I think he's the worst. So then we get a little Vanderpump. At the end of the day, all of these lovely youngish people. All right, let's wrap this up with a moral. Don't shave your forehead, it's waste. You look like Clea Duvall smashed with Martina Navratilova. Some kind of a lesson here, sure.
Oh, these little broken birds, they go through so much together. They laugh, they cry, they sleep with each other, they dodge giant pendulums in Tom Tom. But at the end of the day, they're all my sweet little broken birds, and I plan to exploit them for years to come.
And that brings us to the end of Vanderpump Rules.
The secrets have been revealed. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys
Columbus.
so
And happy
much.
Pride.
Thank you over
Good
there.
night,
Thank
everyone.
you. More musical. Yeah.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors.
Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela.
Itchels.
Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
Jamie, she has no last namey.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
Kristen the Piston Anderson.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Megan Berg, you can't have a burger without the Berg.
You're never alone with Lacey Monteleone.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
There ain't no problem that Sarah Salvia can't solve ya. The Bay Area betches.
And our super premium sponsors, the incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
She's not harsh. She's Jill Hirsch.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva. Erica, 500 Days of Summers.
She's the queen bee. It's Sarah Lemke. We love him madly. It's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender.
My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
We want to hang with Liz Lang.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.
Hey Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
Celebrity feuds are high stakes. You never know if you're just going to end up on page 6 or Dumois or in court. I'm Matt Belisai.
And I'm Sydney Battle, and we're the hosts of Wondery's new podcast, Dis and Tell, where each episode we unpack a different iconic celebrity feud. From the build-up, why it happened, and the repercussions. What does our obsession with these feuds say about us? The first season is packed with some pretty messy pop culture drama, but none as drawn out and personal as Britney and Jamie Lynn Spears.
When Britney's fans formed the Free Britney movement dedicated to freeing her from the infamous conservatorship, Jamie Lynn's lack of public support, it angered some fans. A lot of them. It's a story of two young women who had their choices taken away from them by their controlling parents, but took their anger out on each other. And it's about a movement to save a superstar, which set its sights upon anyone who failed to fight for Britney.
Follow Dis and Tell wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen ad-free on Amazon Music or the Wondery app.
Raising kids can be one of the greatest rewards of a parent's life. But come on, some days parenting is unbearable.
I Love My Kid, But is a new parenting podcast from Wondery that shares a refreshingly honest and insightful take on parenting. Hosted by myself, Megan Gailey, Chris Garcia, and Kurt Braunohler, we will be your resident not-so-expert experts. Each week, we'll share a parenting story that'll have you laughing, nodding, and thinking, oh yeah, I have absolutely been there.
We'll talk about what went right and wrong. What would we do differently? And the next time you step on yet another stray Lego in the middle of the night, you'll feel less alone.
So if you like to laugh with us as we talk about the hardest job in the world, listen to I Love My Kid, but wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen ad-free on the Amazon Music or Wondery app.